Hi guys. So I want to extrapolate a little bit more on a premise from a couple videos before, where I'm talking about how small parts of the body can affect the larger motions of the body. Every joint of our body needs to have its full range of motion in order for us to move freely. And any part that's not moving freely is going to affect the activities we want to do. So, for example, I talked a little bit about wrist motion and hand tension and how that's going to affect your ability to put your hands on the ground. But also your shoulder tension is also going to affect your ability to do things with your arms, whether that's put your weight on the floor with your hands, or whether that's hanging, or whether that's simply just walking even. So the next component is to actually look at this motion of the forearm, this supination and pronation of the forearm. And because of the way we tend to hold our bodies, if we're always in this pronation and of the forearm and an internal rotation of the shoulder, oftentimes we get really stuck like this. Our joints really, in a sense, get fused. And it makes it, that can even affect how we walk. You know, if we start to walk with the arms swinging across the body, it's going to affect the rotation of your torso and how you even use your hips and swing your legs. But particularly, if you have to put your weight on the ground, if your forearms are stuck in this position, in this pronated position, it's going to have a tendency to pull your upper arm into an internal rotation, which is going to have a tendency to lift your shoulder and even cause a lot of tension in our necks. And it's one of the reasons we walk around with so much shoulder and neck tension in our modern life. So what I want to play with is one exercise to help open this up, this rotation. So we're going to come down onto hands and forearms like this. And once you're on the ground, you want to take note of the angle of the arm. So the most common, back to the same, our normal postures would be elbows going out, hands going in. We want to see if we can get our elbows directly under our shoulders and our hands as wide as the elbows. So it's all in a straight line. And then we're just going to do this motion. We're just going to flip the palms up and flip the palms down. And this is enough. You might practice this for a little bit. But then see if you can rotate the hand up. So supinate the hand. And then notice if you can get your thumb to the ground. Now I have a little bit of tension here. So my thumb's not going all the way to the floor. So I'm going to give that a little assistance. I'm going to put my right hand over the left hand, right over the thumb and the pad of the palm there, and I'm going to roll that to the floor and see if I can get my wrist and hand flat onto the ground. And this is what I want you to look at now, is when I do that, I tend to kind of lean over. So that's how this forearm tension affects this whole motion all the way up to my shoulder. And so once I'm holding my hand flat on the ground and my wrist flat on the ground, I'm going to do a little rock, just gently, side to side, left to right. Just going to just tease out a little extra rotation into that forearm. And eventually, I want to bring my shoulder directly over the elbow and then start to slide back, which looks a little bit like this. So, palm down, shoulder over the elbow, and try to slide back and extend the arm more. It's a really nice one to feel the effect that it has all the way up to the shoulder, and especially to the forearm and all the way to the wrist. And you see how everything is connected. Good. And then, of course, you can do that on the other side. And that's a really good way to start to open that up so that you'll have more ability to keep your shoulders stable if you ever have to put your hands on the ground for any reason. If you ever have to hang, if you have to carry things, it's going to go a long way to start to re-stabilize this whole arm. So I hope you have fun playing with that too, and good luck putting some weight onto your arms. All right, I'll see you next week.